What is the history of feminist theory? Have you ever wondered how feminist theory came to be? It all started as a way to understand and challenge gender inequality. The roots of this theory can be traced back to the late 18th century. One of the earliest voices was Mary Wollstonecraft, who published a book in 1790 to advocating for women's education and rights. This early phase focused on gaining equal rights and opportunities for women, especially through education and legal reforms. As we moved into the 19th century, feminist thought began to expand. Both women and men contributed to the conversation, arguing that women were different but not inferior to men. This helped to solidify feminist ideas into broader social movements, including the famous Seneca Falls Convention in 1848. These early feminist theories primarily addressed women's social and political status in Western societies. In the 1970s, feminist theory took a new turn within social anthropology. This was the time when feminist anthropology emerged as a response to the male bias in traditional anthropology. Most anthropologists studying societies were men, and they often excluded or misunderstood women's roles and experiences. This was due to limited access to female informants and the male-centered assumptions that dominated the field. Feminist anthropologists aimed to expose this bias and argued for the inclusion of women's perspectives to achieve a fuller understanding of cultures and social structures. Feminist anthropology also shifted the focus from viewing women as a universal category to examining gender as a complex system of social meanings and power relations. This change was influenced by critiques from women of color feminists and scholars like Gail Rubin. They highlighted that gender is not simply about biological sex but involves a set of social roles and interactions that vary across cultures. Over time, feminist theory in anthropology expanded further. It began to include the study of the female body and its intersections with cultural, medical, economic, and political forces. It also connected cultural anthropology with other disciplines like history, literature, and ethnic studies, broadening its analytical scope. Feminist theory started as a movement for women's rights and has evolved into a critical framework within anthropology. It challenges male-centered knowledge production and examines gender as a social construct. This history reflects a progression from advocating for women's equality to a more complex analysis of gender, culture, and power relations within social anthropology.